Good morning. Let's give it a second for folks to hop on. And we will start to make this beautiful card with Feels Like Home. This will be the last one of our Sale-A-Bration. The last one of Sale-A-Bration is over tomorrow. I can't believe it. Good morning, Robin. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Appreciate it. Good morning, Susan. Hello. Robin, this might be your first time watching. I appreciate it. Hi, Sandra. Hello, everyone. Hi, Mary. Good morning, Kelly. Thank you, guys. Hey, Chris. Chris is coming on from Australia. Hi, Marilyn. Hi. Hi, Janie. Good morning to everyone. So can you believe, hey, Carrie. So a little announcement, all of my kits for my team are mailed out. Yay, that's big for me. And then all of my classes, my red and white class is also mailed out. So I'm excited with that. And remember the white organdy ribbon and the gold shimmer ribbon, if you ordered my Blackberry class, is on back order until, good morning, Diana, until the 4th of October. Hi, Judith. And so I'll do my best and we'll get everything ordered and then I'll ship it back out to you. Okay. So yeah, which has kind of stopped me. You got yours yesterday, Kelly? Yeah. See, I do them in sets of 6. And so yeah, the last little bit is going out now. And so that's wonderful. Yeah. And make sure my team, make sure you check that envelope. Those snowflakes are so flat and flimsy in there. I'm afraid you might throw them away too. So that's good. Their little gift this month was a half a pack of the snowflakes. I love those snowflakes, which leads me to live at last. Yay, Beverly. Yay. Hello, Renee. I think this might be your first time watching. I appreciate you tuning in. So I've been attempting to design a class, okay? And I really want to use the whimsical trees. And so I've been watching the back order, you know, and it says that they're going to be available October 4th. So I'm still pondering. Hi, Judy. As you can tell. Hi, Donna. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for watching. So I'm still pondering what to do. I might offer it. And, you know, of course, there's always a disclaimer with my class. If anything goes on back order, you know, blah, blah. I'm worried that you guys, I think it'll be okay because it's October and it's a Christmas class, okay? So I think I'll be okay. I might be late with my destination to you all, but I still think you'll get it before Christmas. But, you know, so that was my ponder with that. So that might go right there. And then I think I might do another class, but I'm going to switch back to the annual catalog and to some product that is very easily attainable. And I feel like that in my training with Rhonda, that was one of the things that she had suggested. So just give me a little bit of time to get that going and we'll get some more classes up and have a lot of fun. It's just with everything, with the shipping being the way it is, we can't help it. Stampin' Up can't help it. I can't help it. None of you can help it, you know? So with the shipping the way it is, I don't want to offer a Christmas class and then me ship it in January. That's what I'm trying not to do, okay? Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So, okay. But now remember, if you're on my team, you have one more day, today and the 30th, to join my team. Remember, they get all of my video and PDFs for free. So, and then they just have to purchase the product if they like the class. And then, of course, they can just follow along. So that's wonderful. Good morning, Lisa. Okay, so just that little update there with the shipping and the classes, why I don't have another class up right away here, because I'm seriously I'm really having to give this a lot of thought for my customers because I want to do the right thing, and you know, I want to be able to provide good product. Well, it is good product, but timely product, I should say. Okay, so this card's so pretty. I used Very Vanilla again, and we're using the Feels Like Home. Remember, you can get this in the Sale-A-Bration catalog, so that's wonderful. And again, it's only here until tomorrow. Of course, we will have another Sale-A-Bration catalog come January. And if you are a demonstrator, have you looked at the pre-order? The pre-order is up. One of the little pre-orders is up. You could look at the banner on your page, okay? So we have Very Vanilla here, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. It will open like this. I have Cherry Cobbler is what I've used on this one. It almost looks like yesterday's Cajun Craze, but really it's Cherry Cobbler. 5 by 3 3/4, Very Vanilla, 4 3/4 by 3.5. I've used Stitch So Sweetly dies. And then out here I have Early Espresso, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, Cherry Cobbler, 5 1/4 by 4. I have my cork right here at 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I have another layer of Early Espresso at 4 1/8 by 3 1/8, and a Very Vanilla right here, 4 by 3. And do you think Gorgeous Leaves, oh, hold up. Gorgeous Leaves, let me see, is worth getting if you have gathered together from last year? Wow, Kelly, that is a good question. One sympathy, one birthday, and one get well. Yes, Peggy's going to be busy in the craft room. She's got 3 cards to make, a sympathy, a birthday, and a get well. I've got a get well to make. Yes, now, okay, so Kelly's asking, do you think Gorgeous Leaves, which was absolutely gorgeous, I loved it, and I still love it, is worth getting if you have gathered together from last year, which I love gathered together. Well, it depends on how much you like leaves, okay? I happen to like leaves for the fall. I like to pair leaves with pine cones. I like to do that. I don't know what to say on that's a good question. That is a really good question because they do kind of mimic each other slightly. So let's look at this. Gathered together from last year, right? Because it's in here, I think. Oh no, it's retired, right? Did Gather Together retire? I probably still have it because I loved it. But that's a good question. You know, they're stitched, they're beautiful. So yeah, if any of you all have any input on that, I would appreciate it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start to make this card. I'm still pondering about those leaves. I don't know. That's a toughie, okay? Because see, she's asking about this, and I love this set. I love this because I love the wood here. And it came with the dies, you know. And then she's asking about one from last year. I think retired. I think it did. Yeah, because I don't see it in my arsenal. Love of Leaves. I have Love of Leaves. I need both sets because the new set has more detailed dies. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Okay, so Lisa says the Gorgeous Leaves has more detailed dies in it. Thank you, Lisa. That's her input on it. I appreciate that, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and start stamping. These are all rubber stamps, so we don't need our little mat, but I am going to use some scrap paper. And I know, right? It's a ponder. It's a definite ponder. So I have So Saffron, Cherry Cobbler, and Early Espresso. You know what? Here's the thing. If you don't order it, you might regret not ordering it. You know? I mean, so, I don't. Now, these colors that I'm using today, So Saffron, Cherry Cobbler, and Early Espresso are absolutely fantastic fall colors. Okay, let's bring in our envelope here. I've got everything up here. And here we go. Now, you don't always have to use this stamp the entire thing, okay? You know, the whole complete stamp. I'm going to use just part of it. I'm going to stamp my envelope here on the side, just to have a little hint of it coming out there. A little bit of the door, the bicycle. Isn't that pretty? Just on the edge, okay? Now let's do our flap, and again, we'll just do part of it. This week, focusing on this set, I decided not to color anything because I thought you guys can color, okay? But I wanted to use this in a way that you didn't color. And then I just put that back there. Cute, right? Makes your envelope pretty. All right, now, let me clean this. Use my chamois over here because now we have to do it in Tuxedo Memento black ink. Good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's take our piece here of Very Vanilla. We don't need that now. Let's take our piece of Very Vanilla. And this is 4x3, and we're going to use Tuxedo Memento black ink from Montana. Wow. Our leaves are already changing. What, are you guys getting some fall? Is everybody getting fall colors? I'm going to go a little ink to stamp here because there, faster, right? Okay. Let's see if we can get this nice and straight. If not, we know there's side 2. Oh, remember yesterday I showed you how to straighten this up? I might should have done that today, right? Because we could stamp it crooked and then cut it out. But let's see how I did. Ooh, that's horrible. I must have my stamp on crooked, because that is too cockeyed, right? Let me get a piece of Very Vanilla. Very Vanilla. Okay. And let's go ahead and do what we did yesterday. Yes, have trees on my street that are beautiful orange color. Yes, I was driving yesterday. I was like, whoa, all the trees are changing. Okay, so this is what I did yesterday, because even though this is crooked, we can make it straight. It'll work if you live on a hill. Yeah. Peggy, thank you. You guys are so positive. I love that. Okay. Oh, now look, it's straight. Isn't that funny? And I didn't even try to line that up. That's hilarious. Okay, so I have to cut this at 4x3. Let me just use my little chomper over here for my trimmer. Oh, this is just going to give me a fit today, isn't it? Let me cut it down to where I think I need it. Let's get that. No, put it here. Sorry, guys. Sorry I'm off camera. And then this is tearing. Okay. We're still good. Go about here. And just hang on, let me get this cut properly. And I'm cutting it down to 4x3. Okay. Here we go. Well, that took a hot minute, didn't it? Our leaves are falling off. Mine too. Mine too. My leaves are falling off too. Okay, so now from here, what we're going to do, now I've got to admit, guys, that to me looks crooked. Honest to goodness. I mean, yeah, it just looks like that would be, I've got to do this again. You're going to have to hang in here with me. Let's do this. I can't handle it. It's too much pressure. What else do we have to do this morning, right? So when that happens, it's Stamparatus time for sure, right? So we're going to place this up here. I'm going to clean my stamp really good. Boys out yesterday, I had technical difficulties. Now we've got these difficulties. Okay, before I stamp this, because I have a feeling I've got this on here just a little cockeyed. I just have a feeling. Just going to bring in some scrap paper. Let's put it right there. Let's pick it up. We don't need the foam because we are on foam here. Okay, let's take a look at this first. I do. I seriously have OCD. Yes. And you know what? I believe that that's from being a dental. There we go. That's straight. I swear I think that's from being a dental assistant because things had to be so perfect all the time, every time. And you could not make a mistake for 45 years that it has absolutely spilled over into my life. I have to admit that. I seriously do. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to close this. Love it. Now I'm happy. Okay. Could get a little bit more ink here. I just want to make sure that it was straight. There we go. Good. Now that needs to dry because then we're going to do some inking over top of it. Of course, we could have inked first. I'm glad we didn't. I was worried about the placement of this little, I know, right? Yeah, just forget about it and use your Stamparatus. It just took the thing right out of it, right? It just fixed it. Okay, so that's going to dry. And now let's go ahead on to this little piece here. And we're going to stamp Missing You in Early Espresso. Yeah, something that big, I should know better. You know, I mean, really and seriously. I fuss at myself. I'm like, you've been doing this long enough, okay? So, right, Renee? Yes. Yep. You've been doing this long enough. You should know. Now, that came out perfect. Missing You. Okay, good. Now, let's go ahead and work with the inside of the card right here. And I'm going to put in Cherry Cobbler, I'm always and forever here for you. That's a pretty saying, isn't it? And we're going to, let me test. Looks good and straight. It looks just, I just can't even. How does that happen? I must rest my hand in a bad way. Okay. There, now that's straight. I just can't even. Okay. I think maybe I should start to stamp everything crooked. Then it would come out straight. But you know, I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years. You would just think that I would get some type of like, yeah, you got that straight. I love these little flowers here. So pretty. And I did those in Early Espresso. Now we're going to go ahead and glue that onto the Cherry Cobbler. Lucky we always have side 2, the entire craft room. You know. Can always go back. I think so. I think my eyes are crooked. Brown truck just dropped off an order. Oh, and he scared you. Yes, I understand getting scared by the brown truck. Okay. Yeah. Let's put this on here. Many of you might have been on here the day it happened. Okay. So I'm on here live. I'm not used to being home because I'm at work all day. You know, I'm not used to hearing the sounds outside. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Nobody's moving, okay? This was like at the beginning of it where like nobody was going out of their house. You know, the car insurance companies were giving us money back because we weren't driving, okay? So it was like that, okay? And the brown truck comes and knocks on my door. You guys, Now, this is cherry cobbler, and I embossed it with the Time Worn embossing folder. Let me make sure that I have it going the right way. Yep, like that. And I'm going to put that on the early espresso. Guys, I cannot even, okay, because we were in the middle of the pandemic, and I will be completely transparent about this, I was still in my pajamas, okay? Because, I mean, why get dressed? You know, I was still in my pajamas, okay? He knocks on the door, rings the bell, and knocks on the door, drops the package, and leaves. I do not have a Ring doorbell at the time. That afternoon, I got a Ring doorbell. I panicked like you have no idea. You guys were on here with me, and I left you all. Okay, right? Okay, right? I left you guys. Now, honest, I'm being completely transparent because this is my life. Ran into the bathroom and put my bra on, okay? Because I was like, I've got to answer the door, okay? The truck is long gone by now. You guys are hanging out on here. And my friend Lynn was like, she was ready to call 911. I'm in a panic, okay? Only seriously because I was not used to being home and hearing all these sounds. So yes, when you say the brown truck scared you, I totally get it. A little dimensionals on the back here. I'll never forget it. I will never, ever forget that day. I promise you. Let me make sure I've got that going the right way. And I'm going to pop this up on the front of the card. Oh my God, that's funny. I live in my robe until 10. I know, Peggy, right? I was like, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have to go to work. I don't have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, jump in the shower, you know, and like, yeah, and do all of that. I was enjoying myself. I was like, okay, it's bad, but you know, let's try to make lemonade out of lemons. Let's go ahead and add our beautiful cork right here. And you were going to have a border of cherry cobbler. But now, yesterday, I moved the paper over a little bit. Let me show you this card. Okay. On the one that I did, I moved this cork over a little bit, and I wish that I would have just kept a skinny border. Hi, Jewel. Good morning. These are the days I don't get dressed. I'm home all day. I don't have to impress myself. I know. But I thought the doorbell rang. You know, my immediate thing was so I'm going to just kind of look at this before I place everything. Okay, so that'll go there. This is drying quite nicely because that was kind of thick, that black. Okay, and that'll go there. We're good. Okay, so, oh yes, I understand. I totally get it. Yeah, so that was, when you say the brown truck scared you, it will always come back. If I don't have to work, I stay in my PJs all day. I don't blame you, Diana. You know, I mean, now, yeah, I just, yeah, if you know, well, now from here, I'm going to the post office. Got to get a little running around done. So, you know, I'm ready for my day. But yes, that, and okay, so then I get the Ring doorbell. Look at how pretty that cherry cobbler and that cork looks together. I love it. So I get the Ring doorbell so that will never happen again. That'll be perfect. Okay, now what we want to do is I want to just look at this under the light. I'm going to hit this with just the heat gun for just a second, guys, just to make sure that this ink is totally dry before I hit it with the other. Oh, you're still working from home. Yeah, that's great. I think a lot of companies were like, you know, our folks are happy at home. We'll just keep them home, you know. And maybe then, you know, they don't have all of that big office space they've got to pay for. My brown truck never just drops the package, doesn't knock. I know. I had many brown truck deliveries, okay? And if you could hear me laughing right now, thank you for that. How funny, Kelly. I swear, that was my first thought, okay? Because, like, I'm flipping out that somebody's at the door. It's a pandemic, okay? Nobody should be here. Doing that too, then had company come one day, so started putting on summer dresses in the daytime, right, Mary? Thank you so much for totally understanding, guys. I appreciate it. Now we're going to use some So Saffron first, Okay, I'm going to take my brush here and I'm just going to go over this. I'm just making sure that we are dry. Yes, okay. So we live in a very casual farming community. Yes. We have knock on the wall policy. Oh, that's funny. Beverly says they have a knock and walk policy. And I don't stay in pajamas too long because of it. You guys are cracking me up. Okay, so some saffron, and I'm going to use the blending brushes, okay, and get some saffron. I'm going to take some off because I don't want to make a big blob, and I'm going to work on about the top third of this card, and I'm just going to add my saffron, just like that, just going back and forth and around, just making a nice soft yellow right here. Yeah, it's funny when something, happens like that. What the first stupid thing do you think of? I am not answering that door. I don't care who's there without my bra on. Okay? How funny. Okay, so turn this. And now we'll go into cherry cobbler. You can't help it, okay? I mean, and two, you can't help but laugh at yourself at times. Watch how blobby that is. I definitely don't want that on here, okay? I just want softness, light softness, absolute, like clouds. Here we go. That looks great. There we go. Absolute softness. Look at how pretty that is. I came down on this one a little bit more with the saffron than I did on this one, where I stopped like right here. I came down on this one a little bit more. I'm really kind of fine just exactly the way this is. I just want total softness. Blend up here a little bit more. That's enough. That's all I want. Just pretty. Just easy peasy with those brushes. And then I just put a sweater on to cover the top one. That, I have to admit, okay, I could have handled the situation a lot better. And we're going to put that on there with Tombow. But I panicked. I was scared. I was seriously scared because, like I said, I've not been home for forever. And like now the trash truck comes on Monday afternoon. I'm used to that noise and I know that it's him. It doesn't matter where I'm at in the house. I'm like, oh yeah, they're here for the trash. Okay. When I first stopped work, I was like, what is going on out there? I thought like a helicopter was landing or something. I mean, it was so loud, but now I know that sound. So yeah, it just totally flipped me out. I'm going to put Missing You right up here. So cute, right? Look how sweet. Now we're going to put some, and hey, like I say, if you can't laugh at yourself when you do silly things like that, I mean, it's life, you're a person. Things were definitely far from normal in my life, where I had gotten up every day for 45 years and went to work, so yeah. But now, it's like somebody will say, well, are you thinking about going back into dentistry? Oh, no. Look how pretty that looks. Absolutely not. I love doing this. I'd rather increase classes than I ever would go back to work. I'm going to put that right there. Good. Now, we're going to use these brushed metallic adhesive back dots. Oh, and this is the gift until the end of the month, until tomorrow, the 30th, with a $50 order. That and the free card kits for the month. My doorbell camera is a lifesaver. I agree, Carrie. Totally agree. Some sketchy looking you tried to come in my front door. Oh, yes. And just yeah, I know, right? I know. And here, you just never know anymore. You just don't. I'm going to use these little cat eye ones. I like these. These are like a brushed, but they do give it like a look of a cat's eye. And I want the little one. I made this right here as the doorknob. And now I've just got one more left of these. I'll put the large one right there. And there is our card and our little chit chat session for today of the things that happened to me. in this house. You have no idea, guys. It's just like, and you know, like I say, I don't do anything. It's just what happens. It's life. Life happens, right? Here we go. Look how pretty. I'm here by myself, and if I don't know who's knocking at the door, I don't answer it. Yes, I agree. I agree, Mary. Yes. Yep. And I guess it was just like total instinct in me was like, oh, somebody's at the door. I need to answer it. But am I in the greatest shape in the world to open that door? Oh, no. You know, and then I panicked because of the pandemic. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's the way it goes. Look how pretty. All the little chit chat. Look at our little envelope. Isn't that cute? Just a little hint of it. It kind of gives you a hint of what might be inside, right? Just a little hint on there. A good laugh. I know, right? I know, right? Yeah, Lynn called me. She was like, I didn't know whether to call 911. I was like, no, we're good. Thank you, Carrie. Here's the one from yesterday. We used cherry cobbler, and then I showed you how to straighten that up with the die. And then, of course, today now we've got this one. And using the cork, I love that cork. And here I use the Harvest Meadow, a little lighter color with it, with the soft succulent DSP back here. And then this is a little darker and a little shading with the ink. So many, 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 many ways to use this. I will not be using any, love this more. I live by myself too. I know, right, Janie? And, you know, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I mean, I'm just that way. And, yeah. And when something happens like that, I mean, you have to just be like, guys, okay, this happened to me and I flipped out, okay? Just, yeah. So, but it happens. So, oh, thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it. So here are our cards for today. Now, Sunday will be totally different because Sale-A-Bration and everything is gone, and I have no idea what I'm doing yet. Oh, I'm glad you're getting this, Mary Ellen. You will have fun playing with this. Makes a beautiful focal point on the front of the card. I really do believe that. And like yesterday, I did Cajun Craze, and today I used the Tuxedo Memento black ink because we were using ink on top of it. So it looks so pretty. All right. Thanks again for watching, guys. But I ordered it, and I'm so glad I did. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And you know, Sandra, this is why that I didn't color. Like, we all know that the tree can be green and the door can be red, and, you know, you can make your flowers and all of that. I just wanted to do something different with this set that had nothing to do with any kind of blends or markers or anything. Hi, Connie. Thank you for watching. Thanks so much, you guys. So have a wonderful afternoon. Be safe. I will see you Sunday live at 7 p.m. And as of right now, I have no idea what we're doing, but I'll figure it out. Okay. I can relate. I'm alone too. See, Robbie? We are all, I know, right? I love that we can get together on here and be together. I think that's really important, and that we all understand each other. And, you know, everybody's different. Everybody is unique in their own way. That's what makes us wonderful. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day. Please go to your happy space and do some happy crafting.